All right. Well, on to what we're on to next, and that is going to be a quick video before we come back with our last segment. So enjoy this. All right, of course, that is the NFC Takeover Show, or NFC South Takeover Show, which airs right before ours. If you're in the Let's Talk Football family and you're paying attention, you know that they air before we do. So that's always a great thing. Again, you can check out our slew of shows. We've got something going just about every day of the week. So, subscribe to our Let's Talk Football page on Facebook. Catch us on YouTube, Twitter, and anywhere else that you can find this lovely podcast. So now we've come, as Boyz II Men would say, to the end of the road. uh, in that sense. We have our last segment. But yes, TGIT, Sean and I talked earlier. Thank God it's Tuesday. We all appreciate that because we get to talk football. And now we get to give you a little bit of ourselves. These always, one last thoughts are always something personal for all of us. So here we go. Our last segment, of course, is one last thought. And this week, we will start with the lovely Delilah as she gives us her last thought. Delilah, what do you got for us?
All right. So basically what I wanted to kind of end my final thought is you can't, I wasn't ready because I was thinking about what I wanted to end the show with. And I didn't want anything too corny, but I just I think you have to come back to me because I honestly don't. I'm
Okay,
not sure
no.
yet.
All right.
Sorry.
Handy, you got anything for? No, that's okay. Hey, we're live, baby. Anything can happen. No problem. Mr. Handy, you got something for us?
I do indeed, and
I don't know why.
I remember to unmute myself this time. Haha.
Fantastic.
Fantastico. Conflict resolution in a relationship is not as difficult as most people think. Sometimes, if you take a couple of minutes before you immediately in 2022, I didn't like what they did. They're immediately wrong. I'm right. Boom. No attempt at conflict resolution whatsoever. If you take a step back, maybe try and consider where the other person is coming from. Like if it's something legitimate, not like some legit, you should be angry over stuff. Take a minute, step back, take a breather, go back into it, come to them, talk to them as a person and not go at them as a combatant. You'd be surprised how many things you can resolve in a relationship without having to be confrontational. And that is something that I am finding out as I am growing older. I have now been married between, I won't say how many marriages, but I have now been married between multiple marriages for almost 28 years. And I have learned a lot, especially with this last one. This is the longest relationship I've been in. Yeah. Conflict resolution. It doesn't have to be a shouting contest every time. Just stop, breathe, listen to what the other person said. Think about what they said. Then give your answer. Doesn't always have to be a shut up. I don't just, Anyway, that's all I got.
No, hey, I think that's important. That's good stuff. I personally am not married, but I will appreciate the thought. And if it ever happens, I will come back to that, Mr. Handy. I appreciate that. I'll go next then. I'll give Delilah some more time. No problem. Okay, so let me start by saying just gratefulness, for one, is something that I've totally been trying to practice lately. Sean and I talked earlier, and I left a voice clip on the thing, and Sean responded back to me in a way I wasn't expecting. He's like, "You just sound happy, Nick." Well, Sean, I am. I won't lie. To start this year for about the first 7-8 months did not go really well for me. I didn't necessarily show that to everyone, but I was struggling with a lot of different things. I'm a heavy guy, struggle with my weight, the struggle with thoughts I had about how to take care of that, what to do. And I was struggling in my job. I had a full-time job up until July. Everybody knows about my seasonal job at Wrigley Field, but I had another job that I had up until July when I was fired by the company. And if you ever want to ask me about that, we can get into the reasons later. But I was let go. And at the time, I thought, my first thought was, man, I'm going to miss that salary because, obviously I was a manager, so I made a pretty decent living. And that was my first thought. And it was like, okay, my friend, you got to turn that around somehow. And that's part of what I want to talk about right now here is that, life has its ups and downs. It really does. And you have to ride the roller coaster sometimes. But just to show you that losing that job was actually a blessing in disguise for me. And it's always funny that when I sit down and just really think about things like that happen, and you go, man, that turned out to be one of the greatest things to honestly happen to me because my life has just been, it wasn't so much the job, but it was me. But getting the opportunity then to have a little bit more time to work on me in terms of weight, I got a new primary care physician. I got some new insurance. I ordered some new glasses. I've got, and here's the big announcement. I got a new job today. I went for an interview this afternoon and I got the job. So now I've got a nice new part-time job that pays me pretty decently. I can work, about 25 to 30 hours a week. So everything's on the up and up, my friends. I was happy today, Sean. So thank you for pointing that out. But yeah, I mean, it's just gratefulness. Again, life sometimes can bring you down, but you got to get up. Kind of in the Al Pacino and any given Sunday, you got to get up, you fight, you claw, you do all that. And that's what you got to do, guys. We all know life can be hard sometimes, but you got to pick yourself up off the mat and just keep on moving. So thank you guys all. I mean, again, doing this show has been a great help for me. I love you guys. Your support, just watching the show and everything in the comments, when we talk in the group chats and everything, I love it. I mean, you guys are the best. I really do appreciate you guys. I love you guys too. I truly do. Being able to do this every Tuesday is great for me. I love it. I get to talk football with my friends, just have a good time. I try to entertain as best I can, of course. But again, just practicing gratefulness and really happy with, the next chapter in my life. I got a few more, because again, for those of you not aware, I got a big birthday coming up in January. I hit the big 50. I've got 3 months till 50. And I'm hoping that, life just starts over for me at 50, baby. I'm on the way back and, working on the weight thing and doing all that. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you. And that's what I have to say for my last thought, which was more like a monologue. So let's go then back to Delilah.
I love it though. Congratulations. I'm happy to hear all these good things happening to you. I think you're awesome. Yes. I like that we're doing this show together, by the way. It's been great.
Thank you.
I'm so happy.
But for those who don't know, real quickly, Delilah and I have known each other now probably about 10, 12 years. We met at a local bar by Wrigley. That's how we met. I met her and Kev, her fiance, about the same time. But Delilah and I, real quickly, again, I don't take too much time, but have had many a conversation. No joke, guys.
No, it's true.
It'd be Delilah and I in the bar, sitting at the bar, just talking to each other about everything. We've talked life. We've talked football. We've talked everything you could think of under the sun, generally with a couple of beers in our hands or whatever, but that's no big deal. That's what we do. But I really, Delilah, from the bottom of my heart, I have nothing but love for you. I truly thank you for just being a part of my life for the last 10, 12 years and for doing this show. I mean, Anthony, I love you too, buddy. But like I said, I've known Delilah a long time now. And, I appreciate you so much. I truly do. I appreciate you so much. And Kev as well. Kev is great to talk to as well. If you don't know Delilah's fiance, I love talking to Kev too. But thank you so much. And again, go ahead and give me your last thought.
Thank you. No, thank you.
That
made me emotional. What I wanted to say is that I was reading William Shatner's article where he was talking about how he went to space, right? And usually you always hear, astronauts coming back and like, oh my God, the Earth is so beautiful and whatever. And he had like a different perspective, and he wasn't wrong, right? He said, while everybody was looking at the Earth, I decided to turn around and look out into space. And he was like, and all I saw was just a void and like blackness and right, it's space, right? And I think that when you realize how small we are in the whole like cosmos of things, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it doesn't, you don't have to go to space to realize that, but sometimes I guess you need that. And it's like I wish that there were so that we could really understand just how insignificant we are in the cosmos. Not as people, I don't mean that your lives are insignificant, you know what I mean? I mean just in the grand
No,
scheme
yeah,
of things,
totally.
you know, we really are a speck, right? If anybody ever read you know, Horton Hears a Who, or even seen the movie, right?
No,
It's like
sure, yeah.
we're a speck flying through these cosmos. And sometimes I wish that we would realize that so many of our issues are so like you know, insignificant. Like we let things that honestly shouldn't be an issue be an issue. Like
Okay.
you know, and I just I wish that there was just more togetherness, and I wish that we could realize that, you know, we are all, you know, human beings at the end of the day. We all
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, bleed the same color, and I just bleed, you
Sure.
know, bleed the same blood, you know, breathe the same oxygen. And I wish that we just took care of each other more, spread more kindness, treated the
For
earth
sure.
better. We only have one
Yeah.
home, right? We only people leaving to space, guys, are the billionaires, all right? We're stuck here. Don't
That's
forget,
We're here.
right? Only the
We're here.
uber wealthy can get out of here. So like, you know, I want us to just, you know, spread more kindness and just more awareness of, you know, who we are as a species. And you know, and I just want to see more of that, because sometimes it could be so like overwhelming, you know. And
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
like but yeah, that's really what I want us really to see how much more kindness. It doesn't take much to be kind. I'm not saying be nice,
No.
right? Because that's different. I'm saying be kind,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like if
Right.
we could
Mm-hmm.
spread more of that, I feel like it would be better. You know, we would be better off. That's all. Just let's spread some kindness, y'all.
No, no, I mean, I couldn't agree more. Like, it doesn't, it doesn't cost anything to be nice to someone. It truly doesn't. I mean, again, like I said, like, we're all here. We're all, we all bleed the same. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. We all do all that stuff. Like, it just, we're here together, and that's really why. Again, it's really why I enjoy this. It's not because I think this is gonna, and I don't mean to say it like that, but it's, I'm not here to get rich. I'm not here to, I love doing this with you guys. I truly do. Like, I enjoy this so much. It gives me a chance to talk football with my friends and just be stupid, try to be funny, laugh at Anthony every week. I try to get that, get that in as well, because he's just such a nice guy who's still got mute. You still can't talk. Let me tell you something. You better turn your microphone on, Skip Bayless. I'm gonna talk over you all night, boss.
Now what you not
No.
finna do right now, Nicholas Rosario? I don't care. I know they call you Mr. I want the smoke. I smoked all the smoke, so you don't want to bring that over here, boo boo. That's all I got to say about that.
Right. Anyways, as we were saying, no, but again, we like to entertain you here on the Let's Talk Football, the Roundtable. I'm not gonna lie. We bring you the football, we bring you the funny, we bring you everything we can, but most of all, we just bring you us. We're just three people who enjoy talking sports, and we try to give you as much of our personalities and as much of our spirit as we can. And we appreciate you guys all watching, truly. For Mr. Fingers, for Delilah, we love you guys. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week. We'll be back with who knows what. It could be, you never know what's going to go on this show. That's for sure. But again, we do appreciate y'all watching. And okay, it shouldn't be on the brink of extinction that we, as a species, decide to come together. I always hope on kindness in this world. Nicole, 100%, 100%, darling. And we truly appreciate, again, all of you guys commenting. You're watching right along with us. You guys are, just like us, having fun doing these shows, talking football, talking with your friends, all this good stuff. So we appreciate you all. Thank you all for watching. And I guess we will see you all again next week. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Peace and love always. Bam.